Frank Vogel is the latest candidate to interview for the Lakers head coaching position, according to someone named Adrian Wojnarowski. Vogel flew out to L.A. on Thursday, just one day after Ty Lue reportedly rejected a Lakers offer worth 3 years and $18 million. Here's a look at Frank Vogel's resume. The last time we saw him, he was in here hosting with us for a day or two. Last stint as a head coach was in Orlando for 2 years. Before that, he led the Pacers to the playoffs 5 times. 3 of those ended in losses to LeBron and the Heat. He's also been an assistant in a bunch of different places. I want you to hear this. Last night, the NBA Countdown crew talked about what LeBron's place is in all of this Laker mess. Listen in particular to what Jalen thinks.
And LeBron James committed to them 4 years. He didn't do what he was doing in Cleveland, 1 year here, 1 year there. He committed to him for 4 years.
Yep, 3 and an option.
You would think that they would do the same thing. To me, listen, my entire adult life, I've been in the league. I've never seen this before.
Well, here's what LeBron should do. Okay, if y'all don't give me the coach I want, trade me.
Oh, he should demand a trade.
Yeah. Jalen Rose says, either give me the coach I want or trade me. There has been, that word trade has come up next to the name LeBron James a little bit over the last 36 hours here. And again, no one expects that to happen. I'm not suggesting we do. I know you're laughing at the very notion. But how about Jalen suggesting, look, at some point does LeBron say, what am I doing here? These are the last great years of my career, and they could be falling apart before my eyes in an organization that right now feels dysfunctional, bordering on toxic.
Listen, he went to L.A. for a lot of reasons, and did he go to L.A. because Magic Johnson recruited him there? I don't think he did. I mean, he met with him on July 1. I mean, did David Griffin recruit him back to Cleveland? Well, like no more than Magic did there. He wanted to go back to Cleveland. He wanted to be in L.A. And listen, this team, when he went there, was not built to win a championship. And what a lot of this dysfunction now may mask and may protect LeBron from, because the conversation in July was headed toward who wants to play with LeBron. Are there star players who want to partner up with him? The conversation has shifted to the dysfunction of the organization, the rudderless nature of their leadership. And in some ways, LeBron is getting protected from what would have been a serious criticism if they strike out in July. It may not be as publicly on him anymore.
There's so many different parts of this timeline, but the one that I think is one of the most important, if not the most important, I know everyone thinks that LeBron just sent a wish list to Magic and Pelinka last summer and said, get me these players, and those. LeBron was like, okay, this is what we're doing. Like, some of these signings were a surprise. And Pelinka and Magic were basically saying, we have this approach. We want tough guys. We want athletes to be able to run. Well, there's a reason why everybody else has put shooters around him his entire career. And despite the dysfunction and all of the things that didn't seem like it fit, the injuries are still the overriding story of their failures this year. So to ask for a trade, if it's February, I don't know if he would do it. I don't know if after this next year, if it's the exact same thing and they can't bring in another guy. I just think because of a coach 1 year in, there's no way he would ever do that.
The Lakers' issue is not a coach here. And listen, you want to listen. You want to
get the roster's more important than whoever this guy is.
But leadership is what's important. Who's running the organization? That's the conversation LeBron needs to be having with Jeannie Buss. Less so who the coach is. The coach is disposable. He's interchangeable. We're talking about the president of the organization who will set the direction. The head coach doesn't do that in the NBA.
And at the end of the day, to the point that you were just making, who's on the floor with him is more important than all of that put together. And right now, I don't know that anyone has those answers.